You seem very on edge.
Yeah, you're goddamn right I'm on edge. I hosted the shit out of that party. And that's just not setting the table, okay? I made a playlist. I thought of cool shit to talk about. I provided security. I kept everybody safe. Safe! You know, sometimes I feel like they don't even understand me, and we're not even that good of friends. Ah, that's bullshit! That's bullshit! We're like the best friends in the whole goddamn world. Goddamn them for making me think otherwise.
Are you okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I was just thinking of something that Charlie said that was really funny.
Mark, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you often feel strong emotion felt in quick succession?
Oh, yeah, and not just my emotions. I've had a slight fluctuation with my weight recently.
I see. And how much weight are we talking about?
I gained and lost 60 pounds in 3 months.
Wow, that's almost impossible.
Well, first of all, through God, all things are possible, so jot that down.
Well, what do? You get victims. You abuse the abused. That's the easiest way to do that. And it sounds like this is what this actually is. I mean, you got out. You saw the light, in a sense. You had a moment of clarity where you saw yourself in the mirror and said, what the hell's going on here? Well, this doesn't seem right. How did I get this far? I mean, it's a different time now, because Antifa was like, big in like 2016, like you said, to that 2018 period, the clown world period. You know, everyone was, social justice was a big thing in the throes of it was making its big move then, its big push. You know, it was, the war was on, and I think they lost. I think they lost that war. I think the momentum very quickly. Well, so, I think the momentum of the public image left. The pendulum shifted to the other side. So this is what I'm trying to get to. It's kind of like, well, what happened to these people then who are now living in a world where the fascists have won? Because that's probably what they see, right? Is that right? Like, because right now you have Trump in power, you got the right wing Christian nationalist parties rising in the UK and Europe, and also that sentimentality in the US as well. You know, it's kind of, we've had enough. Call me racist, call me a bigot, call me a fascist. I don't care anymore. Your names mean nothing. Yes, get the immigrants out of my damn country. Like, no one cares anymore. It's kind of the smears aren't sticking like they used to. It's kind of like, no, I'm not a transphobe. I just don't believe men can be women and women can be men. And I don't care what you say. You know, everyone's kind of over it now. So what's Antifa doing? Are they spiraling? Are people waking up? Or are they doubling down? Like, what? Should we be prepared for some kind of weird new backlash? Like, what's happening? What's going on here?
So basically everything you were saying, about a month before Charlie Kirk was killed, I was echoing all that same sentiment. It seems like they're fading away. After Charlie Kirk, there's been a reactivation, particularly in the US with a lot of the ICE raids, because now it's not just various different Antifa members. It's now there's community support, and all these different groups are coming out to defend the immigrants and to stop ICE from what they're doing. So that's the part where suddenly it's bled out into the culture, so it becomes uncontainable. A lot of the devoted people who are really into the ideology, I knew this, I was saying this about a year ago that I was going to get to this point, is a lot of them are going to feel so pushed in that the fascistic system is actually overtaking them that they're going to turn into one of two things. They're going to go into cells, or they're going to become lone wolves. We had a cult group called the Z's Trans Terror Group that was going up and down the West Coast, I think even in New Mexico, slaughtering all sorts of people, all trans individuals. You know, we have all these trans shooters now with like different associations and ties to Antifa, Tyler Robinson. So now it's going to become more lone wolf terror attacks. So it's, some of them are going to band together. Some of them are going to plot their own thing. Just today, there was a gunman that jumped the fence at Mar-a-Lago, and they shot him dead. He tried to raise their shotgun and shoot at security. They killed him. One thing that's going really unnoticed, too, is on top of the trans shooter phenomena, a lot of neo-Nazi shooters, like 09A type kids, are getting out there, and they're going to try to kill Donald Trump in the name of Satan. So it's getting very weird. But my worry with this is, now you have a disenfranchised group of kids all over the United States and some adults. Now I see that as just another market. So if another group comes along and they say the right things, they offer the right amount of support, it would be bad. Like And I mean, I kind of feel like if China invaded tomorrow, which wouldn't happen, but if we got Red Dawn tomorrow, vast majority of the American youth would stand on the side of the oppressor and the enemy. They would stand with Russia. They would stand with maybe less Russia, but the allegiances are shaken. And I'm worried that there's going to be new groups that come along and they're going to take these kids in. And it's going to get very, very dangerous from there. I don't know what that's going to look like, but I mean, in the UK, a lot of these kids aren't even surviving because you have all these Islamists and they're coming in and they're pushing Antifa out. They're like, all right, thanks for welcoming us in. Now you got to go. And I think what's going to happen in the United States is a lot of them are going to start getting in bed with different gangs, organizations, probably particularly the Mexican gangs, given a lot of the ICE stuff going on now. And they're just going to keep tribe seeking and pushing themselves into further and further dangerous situations. And hopefully there's a bigger number of people that drop off than that. But it's going to get very muddy, I think.
So I suppose what we're saying here then is the hardcore ones who had died in the war at Antifa, who have nowhere else to go, are doubling down, going underground and finding ways to be more militarized than they were before. It's no longer just placards on the streets and chants. It's action, like physical action, violence. Violence is the only solution type of stuff is and that's what you think we're going to see more of and are seeing more of? Is that basically where this is going?
I believe that this is an ongoing insurrection, and I think it's global. It's, in the US we'll call January 6th an insurrection. But then meanwhile, all these years of all these cities being burned down, all these people being killed, assassinated, this is a slow burning long-term insurrection. And when the time comes, it's not just going to be Antifa. It's going to be all the friends they made along the way, which are not going to be the most savory of people, I don't think.
Tribe seeking was a good way of putting it. I like that phrase you used there. Like, these people are just seeking the next fight and the next tribe to join for a sense of identity. Is that what this comes down to? Who am I if I'm not the anti-fascist? Who am I if I'm not the guy who's in this gang or in this group? And obviously my answer would be, well, you're a child of God made in his image, and you could be a member of the body of Christ and be who you truly were supposed to be without identifying with something external from yourself. If you want, the offer's there. That's my solution. Because I think that at the end of these people are hurt people. And hurt people, unfortunately. And there's a fine line where it goes from being a victim to victimizer. It's that pipeline's a lot slippier than people realize. And at what point can we start saying you're not a victim anymore? You've gone too far, and you have these problems, So I'm very tentative here to put blame on the members of Antifa necessarily. I'm saying, yes, some of them are horrible and done horrible things, but no one's beyond redemption, of course. But it's kind of so I can see these, like I said, useful idiots.
And yeah, I had a difficult time there. I had to buy all new clothes, and people used to cross the street when I would walk by. They'd be like, whoa, look at that monster coming towards us, barreling towards us.
Mac, you're not that guy anymore.
Don't you think I know that? And I'm starting to think that I'll never become that monster again.
Oh, so you preferred being scary to people.
Yeah, lady, I was as big as a skyscraper, and now I'm as tiny as a postage stamp. Oh, I get it. Cute. You leave this pen here and people are supposed to think, wait, that looks like a dick.
Mac, have you ever heard of the term body dysmorphia?
Is that what I have? Is that what's making me so thin?
No. Body dysmorphia is when you see a distorted version of yourself that no one perceives but you.
Oh, but Dennis perceives it too, because he's been giving me size pills to make me bigger. Dennis is like my best buddy.
Well, oftentimes drugs don't address the root of the problem. Talking through the issues may be the best way for you to address your mood swings and body issues.
Talking about it. Talking about it. No, that's good. That's good. So if we talk about it, then you think that I'll get most bigger from talking. Oh, that's really good.
That's not what I...
Thank you.
meant.
Thank you for this. When I first walked in here, I was like, there's no way that this is going to work, because I just do not get the whole woman doctor thing. But then when you started talking about God, I realized that you're one of the smart ones. All right, let's do it. Let's talk about God, and let's talk about how you're going to make me more bigger.